Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're located on the planet Earth. It is time for the PulseWave Report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger Reports. So here we are, another day. It's Hump Day. This is the halfway point in the trading week, and we're hoping that everyone is having a good trading week. Hopefully you're able to eke out some of these gains. The markets have been somewhat consolidated, moving in a sideways type of a trading pattern. It is not lost on those that are in the markets that quite a few of these have been in strong bull markets. So it's healthy to see some pullbacks now and again. And it gives an opportunity for the markets to cool down a little bit, and it allows more people to put more fuel onto the fire and keep the rallies going. So pullbacks along the way are important. Sometimes you get deeper pullbacks that are called corrections, and those tend to be dangerous because oftentimes the market can do more than just pull back. It can actually change course altogether. And then those are where we get these algo shifts that come up. And those are not to be trifled with. Those are a big deal because then you have to start making decisions on what you may or may not find yourself having to do. So just something to think about, moving forward is, what's really going on. Well, there's quite a bit of news, I'm not going to hold y'all long today. Just go over a couple of things. It is to be noted that a few of the altcoins and Bitcoin have been on a tear from the this week's pullback. The Bitcoin's up 3,000 right now at the 57 handle, and I'm hoping it can remain there, because if not, then it's looking like we could drop below 50,000 one more again. Likewise, your precious metals, gold and silver. Now, we've looked at these in our nightly videos, chart segments, and we've seen what's been happening, the stalling out or the manipulation of the price action by means of not allowing gold and silver to really hold their rally. So you'll have these nice little intraday pops, but then right after the close, they drop. So pop and drop. It is also to be noted that crude oil futures finally broke that $66 per barrel handle as well, but have now pulled back and is now trading negative on the day. Something else that you need to watch. Remember, 65 is a very key resistance zone for crude oil. So that's something that we have to watch. Now, in my prior vids this week, I've been talking about time horizon and how the mainstream media now is, cracking, they're coming for, the short-term time horizon investors. All right. Traders are also investors because they're putting their money to work in the market looking for capital appreciation. The very tenets of investment is capital appreciation. All right. And we talked about and touched on time horizons. There are people with long time horizons and those with short time horizons. We also talked about market dynamics and market behavior, where it is the nature of each market that has its own nuances. Like the housing market is not a day trading vehicle because real estate by its very nature is illiquid. Okay. And so therefore, it is a buy and hold type of a strategy when you're dealing with real estate. Flip that house only works when the real estate market is in a rabid bull market, especially nationwide. Then you can really get down. But, barring that, it is an asset that you have to hold on to. Same thing with raw land, undeveloped land, same thing. Okay, your land really won't start making money for you until some commercial interest steps in and wants to lease the land from you. All right, then it becomes valuable to you at that point. So this morning on Bloomberg this time, not CNBC, but on Bloomberg, they were having some discussions, and the gentleman that was talking was, again, breathing fire on the individuals with short-term time horizons. All right. And they like to label everything. Remember, you have to label your enemy. So they label this, the short-term time horizon individuals, these speculators, and long-term investors are speculators too. Don't get it twisted. They just have a different time horizon. But it's been a war that's been raged for some time now with the longer term and speculators are coming after the shorter term speculators, thinking that they don't like the way that they do business, they don't like the way that they invest, they don't like their techniques. They say, you're just a momentum trader. You're not, you're just looking at the price. You're not dealing with the fundamentals. You're not dealing with the fundamental. No, the truth of the matter is that those who have something negative to say about short-term time horizons, the truth of the matter is, no, they're just bitter because they don't know how to do it and can't do it consistently, profitably. All right. So that's their problem. And they're not consistently profitable in doing it their way either. But that's because Wall Street is an old boys club, and they don't like change. They like to do things and stick with the status quo, whether it works or not. So they've been coming for and coming after the short-term speculators to the point now where they want to pass legislation, pass laws, more laws to take away more of your financial liberties by not allowing you to participate in the investment game if you have a short-term time horizon. Like we dealt with the other day, what business is it of yours if I want to buy a call option that expires today? Or if I want to buy a put option that expires today? What business is it of yours? All right? Don't be mad. Stick to your investment goals and objectives and strategies and leave other people's alone. It is not against the law to buy a call option that expires today. It is not against the law to buy a stock today and then sell it right before the close. That's not against the law either. All right, that's my prerogative. And if you want to do it, it's your prerogative. But no, we have the government coming in and saying, no, you can't do that. See, laws are already on the books to restrict those of shorter term time horizons from the get-go, right out the gate. It's not illegal for me to buy a stock if I want to buy a stock and then sell it if I change my mind. But it is illegal if you do it more than 3 times in a rolling 5-day period. Then they're going to slap another label on you called day trader. And then they have a new thing now called the pattern day trader rule. All right. They can lock up your account. They can make you keep X amount of dollars in your account at all times. And that's just for margin. That has nothing to do with your trading. If you want to trade, you got to put in additional cash on top of that. So it's really crazy. So if you wanted to have $100,000 account to trade with, you really would need 125,000 because that 25,000 is going to have to stay in there and never be used. And you can't use it for margin. You can't use it for anything else. It has to stay there. All right. That is the rule. Now you can play with the 100,000 all you want. All right. It's ridiculous. It's them trying to put controls on your money. But is it really? Are they putting controls on your money? No, they're putting controls on you. They wrote laws to restrict your freedom of movement. It's a law that restricts your behavior, not because it's illegal or there's anything criminal about it. It's just that certain people don't like it. It makes them uncomfortable. If the elite were able to push a button today and make it so that no one who is not them can participate in the markets, that's exactly what have happened. Straight up. All right. Just saying. Just saying. Something that was brought to my attention, and I wanted to show it to you guys. If I can find out where it is. My man Frank showed this to me. Breaking news. S&P Bitcoin Index. The SP Dow Jones Indices launched its first 3 cryptocurrency indexes on Monday, and the S&P will go live with their Bitcoin, Ethereum, and crypto indexes. All right. The S&P Dow Jones Indices launched its first 3 cryptocurrency indexes, and so basically the way it's going to work is they're going to be keeping track of it. Now, it costs money to put these things together, and it costs money to keep them running. I told you that the cryptos weren't going anywhere. I told you Bitcoin wasn't going anywhere. I told you. And it's not so much the coins per se, that's just the money that attached to it, but it's the technology that they want. They're spending tens and millions of dollars to adopt this technology. It's not going anywhere, folks. It is what it is, okay? So yeah, man, this is a incredible news, but yeah, this is happening. In other business news, we got Peloton plunging 10% after recalling treadmills amid reports of injuries and the death of a child. Wow. And this is the decision comes after Peloton initially resisted regulatory warnings regarding the safety of its treadmills. So they were warned about this before bringing it to market, and they did it anyway. Now they're going to be looking at class action lawsuits that could drive them into bankruptcy. Really messed up, isn't it? Your boy's in the news again. They're keeping him in the news. Warren Buffett, Mohammed El-Iran, and now Janet Yellen sparked fears over a pickup in inflation that could pile pressure on the Fed. No kidding. I've been talking about inflation on this channel now for weeks. The inflation's been here. They just now seeing it. It's been in food and energy. They don't want to talk about that, though. Food and energy costs have been just crazy. Back to our other topic of this whole blockchain, though, did you know that the founder of Wall Street Bets is creating a blockchain app to fight corruption in financial markets? Yep. And he said that he wants his products to take aim at market manipulation perpetuated by opaque and politically connected banks and hedge funds. I told you, people fighting back, man. You know, people can only take but so much, and they're going to start doing things and fighting back. All right? Just saying. So, yeah, man, things are happening. But I got to tell you, I'm really starting to feel some type of way with how some of these markets have been moving, folks. So please do not ignore the rally and crash alerts. You got to do what you got to do. Another piece here that I see was also pretty cool. Federal judge overturned CDC's eviction moratorium because they say, does the Public Health Services Act grant the CDC the legal authority to impose a nationwide eviction moratorium? Answer, it does not. So yeah, man. People who were looking for that, I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you, man. I told you, at the end of the day, man, the elites, they don't want the little people to have nothing. They don't want you to have a roof over your head. They don't want you to make a living. They don't want you to do nothing. And in addition to that, Ratchet California is going to promote equality by proposing a ban on advanced math classes. Doing it in the name of equality. The California Department of Education seeks to dumb down the brightest kids. You can't have smart people in a controlled society. No. Can't have that. Remember, thoughts are dangerous. So we cannot allow you to think. I'm sure if they were able to do it, they would. They would lobotomize every American citizen. so that you can be an obedient vegetable. I'm just saying. Something for y'all to think about. Something for y'all to think about. All right, I told you I wasn't going to keep you long today, man. I've been spending an extra inordinate amount of time in the lab, so I need to get back to it. But I just wanted to point out a few things that I saw that was quite interesting today and wanted to talk about it. But, oh, here it is. This is what I remember. See, I forget stuff, but then I bring it back. All right. Iran airs a disturbing propaganda clip of IRGC blowing up the Capitol building. Wow. Wow. But you know why this is not really important? And the propaganda really isn't from, have anything to do with Iran. And it has to do with the U.S. I'll tell you why. See, remember, they can't just do anything. They have to have a scapegoat. They got to have a boogeyman. America has been blowing up stuff for a long time. Look what they did to the towers. So do you not think that they would be willing to do the same thing to the Capitol building? Why do you think the Democrats who are in power now are shook and scared to death? Because now you see them putting up fences and stuff around D.C. and they got military on the ground, because those individuals are shook and angry, and they're scared to death that the shadow government is about to eliminate them too. There was a show on Netflix, and that was the whole plot of the story. I think they may have taken it down now. I think Kiefer Sutherland was the guy in it. It was called Designated Survivor. If it's still up, you may want to go ahead and watch it before they take it down. It's called Designated Survivor. It's on Netflix. And the whole thing is the government blew up its own capital to bring forward their New World Order. It was used to bring in the New World Order. I'm just saying, you need to see it. All right, this is real. So it's funny that they say, oh, look what Iran did today. Look what Iran aired today. So when it happens, they can blame Iran and start World War III, which is what the globalists want to do anyway. See what I'm saying? But now they're prepping you by putting this news piece out there. All right. So don't get it twisted, folks. I had to show y'all what's what. Okay. I had to show you so that you could understand what's going on and make your choices accordingly. Okay. All right, man. I am done at this point. I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go ahead and do that. All right. Now I have. So remember, hit that like button, man. Smash it for me. And remember, well, it's not the episode. It's the whole thing. The whole thing is about it. It's called Designated Survivor on Netflix. Designated Survivor. It's on Netflix. Kiefer Sutherland is in it. He plays the acting president after they blow up the Capitol and blow up the House and the Senate and Congress, and that's it. Yeah, so check it out. All right. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and take nothing back. And I am out. Peace.